you finished with a winning overall record, 6 years in a row, and a winning record in the Patriot League the last 5. Just talk about what you have to do going forward here for Holy Cross to keep them on this winning success.
I mean, it's always hard to keep a string of success going. People, you're not sneaking up on people. I think we may have done that maybe in the beginning of my term at Holy Cross, but everyone knows we're going to come out and play hard and be very competitive, be a very physical football team. I think there's a lot of parity in our league. We play some outstanding non-conference games against some really good programs that have been good traditionally as well as in the recent past. So it's always a challenge. So I think the bottom line is preparation. That's a year-round thing. Our players work really hard, not only in the preseason period going in the summer, but in the winter and in the spring as well. And I think we've had a great off-season so far, and a lot of returning players that know what it takes.
What has it been like to develop the program into this, to create such a successful string of winning seasons?
I mean, it's been gratifying in a lot of ways, but we measure our success ultimately in the number of championships we've won. We're real proud to say that we've won the most games in the league, and we have the best overall record over the last 5 years in the Patriot League, and that all sounds good, and it is good, but at the same time, we want to be a championship team year in and year out. And so we feel like we still have some work to do. We've been real close. We've been first or second place in the league 4 straight years now. And we need to get over that hump and win that one important game each year, that has separated us from a championship season in some of those years where we didn't win it. So, there's always a challenge, and we're really looking forward to, going in there and competing week in and week out.
You have multiple skill players on offense. Can you just talk about the depth that you have and how they can help the offense out this season?
I think the key there is, is the competition at each position. And you mentioned the skill positions, in particular at all our skill positions, even our quarterback position. We're in a rare situation where we had 3 quarterbacks play significantly last year, and all 3 of them are back. So I think the competition, not only at that position, but the other positions, has helped each player grow, both physically and mentally, and I think that's going to help us a lot this year. I think in the end, the starters are going to be better, but we have very competent backups that could be starting for us at any given time. So it gives those guys a lot of hope, knowing that they're one step away from being on the field, and we have no problem rotating guys in if the situation warrants it. So I think we're putting a good, fresh unit on the field every play.
Ricky Otis and C.J. Martin had great years last year. Can you just talk about what they bring to the defense this year?
Just great leadership. I mean, both of them are great players, obviously, but they're very confident, comfortable players. It's been really neat to see how they've matured, and in particular last year, they both really came into their own. And now going into their final year, they're both physically conditioned. They're as big and strong, as fast as they've ever been. So I'm really looking forward to them to really stepping up their play, and also their confidence level being where it is. They can really assume an even greater leadership position.
Throw in another question here, actually. In the very first game of the season, you're going to be under the lights for the first time, correct?
That's correct.
Just talk about, are you anxious for that? What does that mean?
Yeah, it's just such a great thing for Holy Cross overall. It's an event, for the school, our alumni, our community. There's a lot of people in the Worcester community and the Central Mass community that are excited about it. Obviously there's a novelty to it being the first ever game, and hopefully that'll lead to more in the future. But we're also playing UMass, and it's a traditional rival, a regional rival, a team that just bumped up to the 1A level. So it's going to be a very challenging game for us at the same time. And all but one of the last 4 games have been extremely competitive. So if it's anything like most of those games have been in the past, it'll be a great show, and we're looking forward to it. And I know a lot of the fans are looking forward to it as well.
What else are you looking forward to this season? Anything in the Patriot League that's got you excited for this year?
Well, you're always gunning for that championship, but our league, like many leagues, is extremely competitive inside the league. You know, we've seen some teams win some really impressive out-of-conference games and then come in and find the in-league competition is as good or better than what they found anywhere else in the country. So there's been a lot of parity in the Patriot League in recent years, and you know, I really think top to bottom it's always very competitive, and I don't see this year going to be any different.
All right, thank you very much, Coach.
You're welcome.